cents in my pocket change, dollars on my bill. If I had $10, Lord, I'd climb on sugar hill.
Talking about the lines between bluegrass and old time and defining this or defining that. You know, it doesn't matter if the music has heart and if it has groove, and if you like it, just enjoy it.
10 cents in pocket change, the dollars on my bill. Well, if I had $10, Lord, I'd climb on sugar hill.
Bluegrass and old time are related. First, I guess foremost, it's all stringed instruments.
They're all well-known musicians in the area. Even after 20, 25 years of being at the same place at the same time, they'd never played together with each other. And that was kind of what the whole idea is about.
The sounds mix together well because of the caliber of musicians you've got. If you've got good musicians, it's always going to blend.
Bluegrass and old-time music are similar, but they're different enough to complement each other.
Now, what's the order on that thing, Johnny?
I was just thinking, I wonder if on the last break.
Mountain Roads Recording has put together an album featuring bluegrass and old time traditional music kind of crossed, where like as a clawhammer banjo player, they put me with a bluegrass fiddler and a bluegrass guitar player. Then they'd put bluegrass vocals with an old time band. It was a pretty unique combination.
Once again, went back to Wesley Easter's studio a few weeks ago and worked with some of the Wolf brothers. And it was really fun to take songs that we didn't know, a lot of old time songs, and blend them together with a bluegrass sound and an old time sound, and it's working real good. The next day we weren't on the session, but I went by and Adam Steffi was there, and Jeanette Williams and Johnny and the Snyder family, a bunch of folks in there, and I kind of watched what they were doing too, and it was just neat to see the blend of all of these different people that would never really, we all know each other, but not necessarily would ever play together, to pick together, and it works. It's really a lot of fun.
I think Close Kin is a real good title for it, a mixture of the old time and the bluegrass, which are very closely related musics, and of course bluegrass developed from old time music and with other influences as well. And I grew up around the Galax, Virginia area, and the music there, when I first started going to the fiddlers conventions all around, were a mixture of old time and bluegrass. In fact, most of the conventions didn't have but one band contest, and the old time bands and the bluegrass bands competed against each other. It resulted in a blend of the styles, and Galax was known for the Galax sound, which was basically a mixture of old time and bluegrass.
If you go to Galax and listen to the elite old time bands, the energy that they have when they play, and if a bluegrass band can capture that, it really, to me, it really adds something to it. And a lot of these folks that are on this project are in bands that do that, and I think it shows in some of the recordings that we have.
reasons that I felt like the time was right. This past year, 2010, at IBMA's World of Bluegrass, all during the week, you'll never see an old-time band participate, and you'll never hear a clawhammer banjo tune, but yet when the award show started at the Ryman Auditorium, the first song was started with a clawhammer banjo. And to me, that was sort of telling that, yeah, we recognize it, but it doesn't seem to be a place for the two together.
The old time and the bluegrass coming together is sort of it's a natural fit for us, because Tina plays the old time style banjo, and I've mainly always played bluegrass type mandolin, so she's sort of introduced me and opened up a whole world of old time.
Bluegrass actually is a very contemporary music. It's roughly the same age as rock and roll. Old time it's hard to pick a point of origin for what we call old time music. It could go back to when fiddle tunes and ballads and things came over on the boat, from the old country, and when the nation was first settled. It's old. I guess that's why they call it old time.
It's the same instruments, it's just playing them a different way. So the relationship as far as the songs, the music, the words, they're the same. But again, the way you deliver that piece, the way you're playing it, is a little different.
For us, it just kind of goes, it can go either way because we play so much together. A lot of people define it by, well, it's the banjo. If the banjo player has picks on, or if they're playing clawhammer, and I guess that's true to some degree, but like in this instance, where you have both kinds of musicians, well, is this a bluegrass record or an old time record? It's like, well, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because I like it. If I like what I hear, then I don't necessarily have to put it into a category.
Too many people put that hard and fast line in the sand and go, okay, this is old time, this is bluegrass, and it's all this, and you start realizing that a lot of those songs that people have worked up and done in a bluegrass fashion are old time songs. I've got an old recording of a guy named Buell Casey. You ever hear him? He played the banjo, I think. It was you sang it slow. I heard him do it, and it was real fast. It's called oh gosh, Orphan Girl.
Little Orphan Girl, yeah.
God, that's a killer song. If I do another record, I won't get you sing that on there.
It's a good old song.
I'll get you sing and play that on
My
there.
granny used to sing it every Christmas Eve. She sang me that song. She'd say, now you just remember that there's little kids out there that don't have nothing tonight, and I'm going to sing you this song to remind you of that.
I heard him do that song, and I thought, Lord, that's about the saddest song I've ever heard. I'm surprised somebody in bluegrass hadn't done that and turned it around, somehow and done it.
Now, Doc recorded it years ago, but well, he's not, I don't know what you classify Doc Watson as. He's sort of half and half old time and bluegrass, but
he's one of them fellas that's kind of like it's almost like a lot of people look at him like he's too old time for bluegrass and too bluegrass for old time. But he does his thing. He's got his own thing, and it's awesome.
Johnny Williams is the producer of the project, and quite honestly, I don't think the project would have been near as good if Johnny hadn't come on board early with it and had the same interest and passion in doing it that I did. And being a respected musician and songwriter that he is, I think that brought instant credibility to the project, at least as far as the artists and musicians are concerned. But the arrangements are so unique, and what we've asked the artists to do is to bring your style to the music. We don't want to change what you do. We want you to bring your style and complement your portion of each song.
I'm hoping it'll gain some new fans. I know just from the folks that came in, like I mentioned before, some of them said it's the first time they'd ever played together. And I think they got a little better respect for each other, because some of them actually stepped outside of their comfort zone by a large margin, and to compliment the other guy that was from the other side of the world. And I think once they saw that, I think they figured, well, you know, we're not as different as we thought we were.
You know, I don't know that it is another project, you know, like this, where the entire project is, you know, old time and bluegrass combined. I know it's been some, you know, songs here and there that, you know, maybe combine the two styles, but as far as the, you know, whole project itself, I'm not aware of any that's been like that. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see.
It was a lot of fun, and learned some songs. I learned a new respect for the old-time musicians too. They're very good at what they do, and they love your music just like anybody else does, whatever they play. But not only that, they are very meticulous about it, and allowing me to be a part of that, I can't tell you what an honor it was. It really was.
Well, I've always had great respect for bluegrass musicians, and the way this project is configured, the bluegrass musicians are kind of, you know, pretty much sticking to tradition. There's not a lot of wild and, you know, crazy stuff, and there's a respect. They have a respect on this project for the tunes and songs that I respect.
It is such a family reunion when you get together with other musicians. The people in my musical family are very special to me, so that was a big part of this project.
I think this is a good project to expose more people from each camp to the different styles. We tend to, as people, we tend to have blinders on concerning what we listen to. If you listen to just blues, you listen to just blues, so you don't have all these other outside influences. So this is a good introduction.
Ultimately, you want young people to get into it and enjoy it, you know, and so hopefully this would catch some young person's ear and maybe open their mind a little bit and go, you know, hey, that Eddie Bond guy, wow, you know, or, you know, wow, at Johnny Williams, you know, maybe I'm going to see big country bluegrass, you know, or maybe hear Tina play the banjo, you know, or hear me and maybe come see. So, you know, you hope people take and start digging deeper into it, you know, and see that old time and bluegrass they're both cool.
I think that as far as this project goes, I know just about everybody that's on it, and it's you know, bluegrass and old time, even in separate worlds, if you separate them, you're family. And when you bring these together like Carl and Gail have done with Mountain Roads Recordings, it makes it just a bigger family. You know, we are close kin, and that's in more ways than just picking music. And I think that's what it shows when you get all of these great people together. And I just love them, love every one of them.
Well, I quit the war in Georgia, walk along John to Kansas, heading west in the rain and snow. Walk along John to Kansas. South's a burning, this I know. Walk along John to Kansas. Hang you, boy, can't be slow. Walk along John to Kansas. Got my rosin, pack my bow. Walk along John to Kansas. Cry on the fiddle wherever I go. Walk along John to Kansas.
Smoke don't rise, fuel don't burn, sun don't shine no more. Late one night, sorrow came around, scratching at my door. But I cut my hands and I break my back, dragging this bag